Dear Denver podcast.
My plug is Carlos.
Yeah, exactly. So, how many times have you came out to Denver, Andrew?
This is my second time in Denver. First time performing in Denver, though.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What were you in Denver for the first time for?
I was just hanging out here to smoke weed legally.
Oh yeah?
I was going to my boy's bachelor party in Montana, and we stopped in Denver and then flew there.
Okay, and you guys just came down here just get all
We're like,
stoned
yo, why don't we just stop? We got to do a stopover somewhere.
or what?
Why don't we do a stopover in Denver?
And dude, I appreciate it because I don't know if you guys notice, and you probably don't, man. You're NYC, but we get skipped on so many things, man. We get skipped on tours, we get skipped on comedy tours, and of a lot of our big platforms out here, like radio stations, they don't talk about the Andrew Schulz coming out. They don't talk about this podcast coming out. They don't talk about these artists coming out. You know what I mean? I've gone to shows. Like Skip of the Flipper, he came up with the Migos, you know Migos. He came up with Migos, and I went to skip a show, and there was literally like only 20 people in that crowd, and none of our platforms were talking about this guy coming out, and he's just as big as Migos, you know what I mean?
Well, no, he's not as big as Migos.
Yeah, but he should be because he came up with them in their mixtapes. I know you're not the music guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but if I don't know who you are, you're not as big as the Migos.
But Migos are huge right now. The Migos are Migos planet right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Skip of the Flipper. If you guys can hear in the background some music and some people laughing.
We're doing this at the comedy show. Shout out Comedy Works. They hooked it up. They let me bring in all my fucking bullshit in the studio in their green room, and that's where we're doing this interview.
So, what is it like watching a rap show for 20 people? How big was the venue?
Honestly, it wasn't even that big. It was about the size of this, the size of Comedy Works.
So what is it like for 20 people?
When he came out, I was scared that he was gonna be unmotivated to do the show. He's like, only 20 people came out, man. Fuck Denver, you know what I mean? But he kept the momentum up. He was grabbing people's phones, Snapchatting. He was just turning up with just the 20 people in the crowd, you know? And that's why I respect Skipper, because he didn't let the 20 people be like a downgrade for him, you know? He still put on an amazing show, and it was his first time in Denver, you know what I'm saying? But I was just wondering, you know, what do you like to do out here besides weed? You know what I mean?
I went to that Red Rocks today.
Oh, Red Rocks? What, you just walk around and shit and just look at it? Beautiful, huh?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
But that shit is man-made.
You think so?
Yeah, dog.
Oh, well, yeah, the steps and shit, you know what I mean?
No, not the steps. I mean them rocks.
Oh, they moved the rocks, dog?
I think they just built them there.
You know, when I was little, my dad took me to Red Rocks, and he's like, hey, you know, they separated these mountains, and they placed one half right here, one half right here, with some big ass forklifts. And my dumb ass, I was like, oh, for real?
Nah, he was right.
He was just laughing. Nah, man, dude,
Son,
I don't think so.
It makes no sense why the rocks look like that. Somebody had to put them there. Or they built
come
them
on,
that
man.
way.
They got like we're a mining cap, dude. Like we used to mine shit down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
back in the day, so
chipped away. Y'all mined it. That's man-made. Exactly. Son, come on. Son.
Yeah, but it was already here. So like we moved the rocks to make it like a perfect
somebody
proportion.
Moved that shit, bro. I don't believe that.
All right. Andrew Schulz says that Red Rocks is man-made, not a natural.
Because people are like, oh, it eroded, and it's like, well, why didn't that part erode? Do you know what I mean? Like, why did the part around it erode perfectly, but not that part? What's so special about that part of the rock?
It was just a crazy.
Exactly. So nobody got.
We got the Rocky Mountains, man. We got crazy shit around here, man. Our nature thing. We
bought weed, yo. It's so nice buying weed from like customer service.
Oh yeah,
like dude.
But I don't take their word for it, man. I go into the pot shops to get myself. Come on, bro. They're in here. They're like, hey, what do you like? I'm like, bro, just show me the weed, and I know what I like. Don't tell me, oh, this put me to sleep last night. Try this out. I don't know
about that. I trust what they say.
No, dude.
Let me trust what they say, son.
No, you do not. Okay, all right. What they tell you?
Come in.
What do they? What kind of things do they tell you?
Hey, we're just doing this podcast. We're recording, but I'll mess. So, I don't know. I just got some different types of weed there right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, the little baby steps, man.
What's that?
You know what? Hey, since you brought up weed, man, I got some really loud rolled up for you, man.
Oh,
here,
shit.
man. this is 30%ers. Okay,
I don't want that, son.
This is some bomb.
I don't want that.
Small joints so you could smoke them with two people. All right, man. Some fucking
30%?
fire bomb. 30% at least. All right?
That's gonna be too strong.
That's why I don't take. Oh,
I'm
hey,
sensitive.
try out this weed. It put me to bed last night.
Yeah.
No, it didn't. Okay, because I smoked that shit and I could go for a fucking mile run. Okay, no, don't tell me that shit put you to sleep, because my first time when I went to the pot shop legally, I took their word for it and I went home. I smoked. The guy was like, dude, this thing don't smoke.
But I don't want it
joint.
to do that to me. I want to be able to be active still.
But that's because you guys are NYC. You know, you guys got to get on that legal shit, man. You know what I mean?
I just need to work. I can't be just sitting around doing nothing all day. I got things I need to
on
accomplish.
that sativa. But you guys on the podcast even said sativa makes you do gay shit.
Yeah,
you guys said, you remember you
didn't
remember
that.
wax?
I'm on that indica.
Remember wax and yeah. Well, you're talking about smoking and going to work. You know what I mean? You're talking about smoking going to work. You ain't working on indica, bro. You know what I'm saying? Indica, you're going to sleep.
So this one I got.
You know what I'm saying?
This one I got this, and I also got the CBD oil. So the Master Kush is the one that is the indica. Then I got a sativa that's supposed to reduce anxiety and shit too. So it doesn't give you it doesn't give you the sativa. It doesn't give you that like anxious feeling.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, all right, bet, let's do it.
Yeah, well, growing up here, you know what I mean? It was always accessible to us, so we kind of grown the tolerance in fucking high school, you know what I mean? I think you just jump straight to the 30s. But back to like Denver, do you like coming out here to Denver? You like Denver?
Denver is a beautiful city, man. I'll tell you something I learned from doing my vlogs, because I do these vlogs now. Yeah. Should check them out on YouTube.
Oh, I have. I just checked out DC and what was the other one?
Kansas City and Nashville.
Yep, there you go.
So I'm doing one for Denver as well, and I'll tell you what it did. A couple things, man. One, it made me realize how beautiful and how much to offer a lot of American cities have. Yeah. You know, like when you grow up in New York or California, you have this mentality about the middle of the country, like there's nothing interesting there, there's nothing historic there. But like a lot of people don't realize this, but all these Midwestern and like Southern cities were developed after European cities. Yeah. So they have a sister city that's the inspiration for it. Oh, wow. Right? So there's like a lot of, Americans, we don't know. They don't like teach us about that shit. But there's all this like European influence. You know, I'm in Kansas City and I'm finding out that it's made after Florence, Italy. It's got all these, fountains and shit. Yeah. Anyway, it was just so cool. And instead of just sitting at my hotel room like I used to do when I was on the road and just hang out. Yeah. I go and I explore the city. I go see Red Rocks and I go check out the weed culture. And dude, it's made me so fucking grateful for what I do for a living. Yeah. Like being able to go out
across the country, man, and people like coming out for Andrew.
See the cool, interesting thing. Every city got one interesting thing, except Toledo. Yeah. Toledo's trash. But every city got one cool, interesting thing. And like to be able to experience, man, what a fucking life, man. Today I just got super grateful. I'm not even high. Yeah. I got super grateful today as I'm walking around Red Rocks. I'm like, dude, I get to do this for a living. I get to what a cool thing.
I'm asking because I'm gonna put you on the spot, man. If you like Denver so much, we need to get a Brilliant Idiots live show down here in Denver, man.
That's all about people.
You guys are going to Denver. Well, come on, you see the fan base. I was here at the first show last night. You said, "Where's the Brilliant Idiots?"
I thought there were a few. But it wasn't like as thick and heavy as usual for me.
Yeah,
you know, like usually I have a bunch, and I knew coming out here, I was like, I don't know how much. There might be a little.
Well, like I'm telling you, man, our platforms aren't talking about the Brilliant Idiots or the Flagrant 2. You know what I mean? Y'all. And I'm putting my friends onto it. When I messaged you originally, my homie was supposed to come down here because you're always bashing on Mello. You know, he's a huge Mello fan.
Of course he is.
And he couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Of course he is. And that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm putting people onto this shit too, man. We want
y'all got influence.
Idiots would be sick, man.
Y'all got influence.
Idiots would be so sick out here. We got the fan base out here.
Listen, it really just comes down to, are there enough people?
Oh yeah, there should be always enough people.
Sometimes there are, sometimes there aren't. And
my plug is Carlos. My plug is Carlos. My plug is Carlos. My plug is Carlos. My plug is Carlos.